Welcome to our lecture online. Now let's take a look at the addition properties. You may wonder, why do I need to learn these for algebra? Because some of them are pretty straightforward. It seems natural, seems normal, seems logical. But again, we sometimes end up in positions where we go, what's the rule here? What should I be able to do? What can I not do? And it's good to know that there's properties that define what we can and cannot do. So here we have 5 properties for addition. The first one is called the closure property, which tells us that if we add 2 numbers together and we get another result of that, another number, if A and B, the 2 numbers that we're adding together, if those are real numbers, then the result must be real as well. For example, we add 12 plus 4. 12 and 4 are real numbers. That equals 16. We then know that 16 must also be a real number. The second property is called the associative property. We can associate or group together different parts of the expression. Let's say we have A plus B plus C. The associative property tells us that we can first do A plus B and then add C to it, or we can first add B plus C and then add A to it, and we should get the exact same result. For example, if we have 2 plus 5 plus 6, we can first add 2 plus 5 together and then add 6 together to that initial result. Or we can first add 5 plus 6 together and then add the 2 afterwards. It doesn't matter what order we do it in. It doesn't matter which ones we add up first. For example, we could add up 2 and 6 first and then add 5 later. No matter what, we will always get the same result. We can associate any 2 numbers first and then add the third number after that. That's called the associative property. Commutative property means that we can move things in order. In other words, we can write A plus B, or we can write B plus A, and that should be the exact same result. It doesn't matter if we go 3 plus 6 or 6 plus 3. In both cases, that adds up to 9, and that's called the commutative property. We can move things around. We can commute. The word commuting means driving to work or something like that. This simply means we can move things around and we get the same result when we add them. The fourth property is called the additive identity. What number can we add to another number and end up with the same result? If I take the number 4, if I add 0 to 4, I still get the number 4. So 0 is what we call the additive identity. If we add 0, we don't change anything. Everything is the same as before. So A plus 0 equals A, or 4 plus 0 equals 4. That's what we mean by the additive identity. It's the number 0. And finally, the fifth property is the additive inverse. What should we add to a number so that when we add them together, we get 0? What we add is the negative of the initial number. So we take A, add a negative A, we get 0. Take 5, add a negative 5, we get 0. When we add the negative of a number to a number, we get 0, and that negative number is called the additive inverse. The negative of a number is the additive inverse of the number. And those are the 5 properties that we should be familiar with. So in case we ever are doing some algebra and we're not quite sure what we're supposed to do, we remember, this property allows me to do it that way, and that's why it's correct. Or no, this property doesn't allow me to do that, so I better not do that, or I'll get the wrong answer. And that's why we need to know them.